Greetings. Something about personal belief systems, I think is really important for us to come to terms with the spiritual information warfare. Distorted information, manipulated, gaslit, or fictional information that was unleashed on humanity is really the foundation towards the spiritual warfare. Because if everyone was told, hey, this is a prison planet, we are indirect slaves here, and we are really here to collect data, and we're experimenting on a different human circumstances, and this is who we are. We are these kind of entities. If everyone was made to aware about these circumstances, life become really different. But it's a school of life. We also have some kind of karmic lessons we have to overcome, but it's never everything is about karma, because it's a sabotaged, manipulated, gaslit, fictional information. It's so far removed from the realities, the truth. It's a way, whether it's education, whether it's health, whether it's religion, whether it's financial, whether it's cultural, whether it's the different looks, the skin issues, colors. All of these things are really there to distract you from really getting to know yourself. In the wild, looking at the animal kingdom is really where you get the basic foundation, getting to know yourself, see how they interact, how they behave, and observing it is the greatest teacher. And this is when, for example, we'll see, because we don't have all the answers, we're navigating information warfare, so we can escape from the repetitive suffering, really not so harmonious or the healthiest way of life towards something substantial, the healing. And because whenever we know where we are at in life, regarding any matters, when we know what we are, the weaknesses, the strength, and the shadowness, the areas that need to improve, areas where we can explore in depth, when we learn about these things, life becomes so much easier. So with some examples, we can learn to navigate these things and see what we come up with. Is definitely helping self, because there are no gurus there. There is always some agendas with the self-interest groups, whether it's the operating system, the matrix operating systems, the country systems, or the community, or the families. These are all there so that we can empower ourselves and prioritize connecting to our higher self and the source, so we can easily navigate life and thrive, even in the prison planet. The prison really is, I come to realize, is your own limitations. The perfect example, I used to wonder when I was younger, well, if my life was like this, if I was in this kind of family, if I had this kind of support, if I had everything, is if I had, and the grass was always greener in the other side. So it's something that you felt when you're in when you didn't really know much about yourself, and you sort of have this imagination run wild with you, and thinking elsewhere is the best, and the other people's lives is better, and circumstances it seems easier for others, not for some. So we always had these kind of information warfare to find out that I wouldn't want to change anything regarding my life and the lessons I have learned. We learn that now because we're doing things to even in the matrix system when you have employment like I did the healthcare working in the community. So it was the most eye-opening experiences. I think we say these things in different manners in different videos, sort of similar things, but it can't stress enough. When we learn much about ourselves, you realize your unique experiences and circumstances are there, so you can become the best version of you. And so when we have access to learn different styles of life, you know that you are exactly where you meant to be, and you wouldn't trade anything about yourself because you're fascinated getting to know more. So this is why it's important to do the self work, and going internal is the only way to get out of the imprisoned system, the prison of mind, where there is the jealousy, the envy, and the low self-esteem and lack mentality. The victimhood mentality is really the imprisoned system of mind. So it's really no one out there is putting you into these categories. It is self-inflicted because we haven't done inner work. It's going to follow us throughout our life in different circumstances, different times, different setups, because we got busy doing external things and ignore internal. We look for external validation. We didn't acknowledge our own internal areas that definitely needed our attention, even if it is nurturing inner child, releasing inner child dramas, the ancestral. These are the most important matters, yet we spend years year after year spending resources, time and energy into energy siphoning systems. Very quickly, the divide and conquer method really, I think, happened from the beginning of time, because there is a direct sabotage towards the divine masculine and feminine. But if you've done some work, we won't have any kind of confusion regarding these matters. We have a role to fill, and the personal responsibilities is nothing to ever compare. And you can observe that. You can watch the penguins, how they do it. There is no confusion regarding masculine, feminine, and they are doing what needs to be done. They're a great team. They can survive through working as a team. And there are corals too, but it's never a self-destructing patterns there. Even the birds, the kittens, and the animals, by watching these natural ecosystems, we can learn great deals about our own existence, what is really mean to be alive, and what is the purpose and meaning of our life, and how the division becomes so prominent in all social structures, because we haven't done inner work and empowered ourselves, so that the parasitic groups, they are roaming around looking for victims and looking for easy access to siphoning energies. When we learn these simple things that make a huge difference, we can really thrive in our human existence, because we aren't going to get conned by misinformation, information sabotage, information gaslit, information fictional. When we know these things, perfect example, talking about inner child, when I asked my mom what happened between her and my dad, it was like, oh, I don't want to waste time speaking about it. Let's forget. There's no reason to speak about it. So then that was a perfect educational moment. Now, I gathered really what happens from third-party information, little bits and pieces, and I learned the behaviors of this the grandmother figure, and how the family, whether it's a lack of support for a young family, or deliberate direct sabotage towards the relationship, is really probably a bit of both. But nevertheless, these things happen. I mean, they don't need to be, these issues are not for a public speaking public. It's a personal matters. People are to sort of resolve these things, and this is how we overcome, because what's out there in the external political spectrum, and the way they set up the systems, and the personal matters, is the contrast. This is where when we empower ourselves individually and collectively, we can transform the systems. If we know exactly what is happening, it's like a toxic relationships. When you know you're putting your energies into a dead end, you know how to work with that knowledge and how to protect yourself. So it's really no different to working the external situations, and transform that towards your internal things, and we overcome these challenges one person at a time. Now, when we're doing with the inner child work, it's no brainer there. It should be like, hey, this happened, this was the circumstances, this is why I have to leave. If we have spoken these into words, it's not only we are getting the first-hand experience, so there is never a reason to imagine what happened, imagination or distorted version or another person's version of the story. Is a direct information from the mother figure to the daughter. So this was my story. When it wasn't important, is because maybe there is in denial, maybe there is lack of courage or confidence to openly discuss, put it into words, and therefore we are depriving people these opportunities of first-hand experiences. History has to happen through families and generations, and getting the version of their stories. It's not some business model, some mad scientist or historian write into words and manipulated. Is theatrical and is looks good, is helping to force agendas kind of stories. It's stories that's coming directly from the the people who experience it down to the next generation. This is how we learn about the history and keep things alive or eliminate things that no longer necessary. And the essence of the experiences. This is how the tree of life is never going to ignore the history. It's there. The seasons are changing, but the structure is always there. So it's kind of important for us to keep eye on these kind of areas where you can really make a significant, substantial difference while you are healing and releasing information. And so that external models have no authority over to manipulate and make it theatrical and forcing agendas. We know same thing they have done towards the masculine and feminine. There is a distorted realities there, and it's sort of the creator will never create such imbalances, and is the sub-entities that's want to sabotage and siphon energies and the enslave humanity. That model, the deceitful agents are the ones who are benefiting from these distorted information warfare. And this is the areas that we are to keep eye on, because really there are no other Messiah is going to come and save. It's a personal responsibility, and we don't get into these spiraling out of control and into a dying ecosystem. We have to know who is really going to be benefiting by these divisive circumstances. Definitely not humanity. The world situation is the same. Who is benefiting really? Nobody really, except the ones who are controlling, who are fueling these systems. It's a dead end for the people. There are a whole bunch of people displaced, and it's allow people to be contaminated with the level of toxicity, the parasitic infections towards the human beings. And so then you're participating into these toxic human toxicity, and is unknowingly and manipulated with the information. So it's information towards your soul. I mean your spiritual warfare, because we know that it's energy siphoning systems. These agents are benefiting, and the people is not really benefiting. People haven't resolved any issues. Same thing with the health. And when you're sitting in a soiled linen, sometimes you have forgotten your name due to all kinds of conditions. That's by design. It's like a bed sores. It's like it's really, the relief is hard to come by. It's maintaining never really benefit the person. It's oozing out all over the place, and few people have to look after it and do the packing, and it's just like that. Unchecked emotional, spiritual, physical ignorance and a level of disconnection is going to be the driving force. So we don't need to do that. We can overcome, just like you're healing your inner child traumas and releasing, making sense out of your life. And the real benefit is the prison of your own mind, we're able to escape enslavement of your own mind. We're able to escape because we are mustering up the knowledge to empower ourselves because we are self-aware. And this is why if we are not protecting ourselves, if we're not have a self awareness, self-control, we are going to be all over the place, causing disconnection, disharmony, and trauma for everyone around us. So like ascendant mastery is not something out there. It's about mastering our own vessel, our own mind, our own body, our own spirit. When we are mastered, when we're comfortable navigating these complicated but is yet very simple areas in our life, life becomes really effortless. It becomes more we are not just surviving, we are thriving, even despite the circumstances. We're just ordinary people, but we are seem to be so much happier. We don't even have employment, just a few coins, really simple life, yet we feel like the best life ever, and what seems to be thriving, or seems to be happy. We seem to be less triggered. Mind you, is always sneak up. You never know. We always go through life thinking, well, I've done all my inner work. I'm happy. I'm really healed, and I'm just flowing through life, doing nature works and doing arts and doing all these things. But simple things can trigger you. Is because it's a work in progress, but I don't think the major issues going to pop up. Even then, we're not going through life fear-based anymore. We're connected to the source. We don't have control. We don't need to control everything and everyone. We're just controlling our own life, having self mastery, self-awareness, and discipline. Personally, I was always very middle, sort of stable. Whether you have a few dollars, whether you have few hundreds or thousands, life seemed to be really stable. It doesn't need to go extreme highs and lows. You do things when you have, you don't. It's just a style of life, because you know your likes, you know your body, your fueling, and you also learn to question. The food is supposed to be the nutritional fuels, but we know now, just even if you eat 100 different things, you're still lacking some vitamins and minerals. We need to supplement. So this is unnatural thing. So they are done these horrible things to our food supply. The water is the same thing, and you're supposed to stay hydrated, but everyone is dehydrated and not enough waters, or it doesn't get absorbed into yourselves and hydrate. So these are issues. We need to figure these things out, but this is by design. This is how they have designed systems towards the humanity. So if everyone learned the truth about the information warfare, it's simply not accurate. It's by design, it's theatrical, is manipulated, is gaslit, is highly controlled. When we have this kind of awareness, we are going to take a minute and sort of reassess when we know where we are at in life, whether it's financially, physically, emotionally, spiritually, you do much better, because you're like, you get a shock and your life will like, wow, I get triggered so easily, I go through this many things, and this is really opportunity for me to do some inner work. So this is how we navigate these uh, spiritual warfare, and in a school of life, in prison, prison system. And we know that they are doing a whole lot of experiments, and when we know this, also you're protecting your energies, and they think they own us, but we have a self-awareness, we have a soul, we have moral compass. When we know these kind of things about yourself, you're not going to put all your eggs in that matrix baskets, and through all these different institutions. You are going to protect yourself the same way we know how to the frustration is what happens when you have to interact with external systems and models. And we know that the people, the human beings are working. There is no there's nothing enough going into there. The only thing for someone to get the systems as designed for us, and the maximum benefit is you were to scare people. Oh, well, you have to report to the boss, you have to do this, and all kinds of things. And it's a scarcity. So this is not the normal system, although this is how they design, because everyone is entangled and interconnected, and dish out systems that you can't the whole lot of frustration, delay, and anxiety, and scarcity included in these menus. And self-aware, someone who's done self-work, have a self-awareness and connection, are going to be hey, this is not something I want to participate in. The system, although it's offered, it's is available, is there, but when the delivery comes, it's a completely different story. So therefore, you're going to be conscious about the engagements and the time that's go into these different systems. We know it's a loopholes for energy siphoning systems, and we're going to protect ourselves. And the more branches you're you're connected, the energy siphoning is even that much more. And energy siphoning systems, we're conscious, we are aware, we are protected, because we are consciously deciding what's going to empower you, what's going to protect your time and your energy, your resources, your well-being, really. So that same thing when you go to the medical places to resolve, it's always, we gotta go somewhere else. Okay, well, I'm gonna sign up, you have to go elsewhere, see, you can find this test, and it's never in front of you, available. Maybe for the a small amount, but it's not a cycle that you want to get into indefinitely. So this is how you keep eye on things and making conscious choices while navigating information and the spiritual warfare. And the other impression of your mind, if you're jealous, if you're envious, if you think grass is greener the other side, is never good right now, but it could be because we have to do things. Life is not like that. This is the imprisonment. When I was younger, I always used to think, oh, somebody else's life was better. I wish I was that person. I was in that family. I was but when we before you are really that awakened, you were like immediately you know that, hey, you wouldn't trade your life for anything. You love everything. I mean, at the time not really, but these experiences guide you towards we are now. And you know that imprisonment is really these low vibrational parts of ourselves. If you're constantly jealous of someone, if you're envious, if you're low self-esteem, if you feel lack, if you feel victim, these are the symptoms of enslavement, in prison of our own mind. Once you muster up the courage to face these things, you're like, wow, this is so much better. This is so much relief. You are so free. You're not constantly triggered about everything and comparing your unique, authentic self to someone else. It's a completely horrendous, heavy weight that we had to go through in life because we are burdened with these things. We're comparing, we're never good enough, we have no boundaries, we don't release everything. We are even myself, I have few things I need to get rid of. We carrying these heavy load, and you don't use it, then you don't need to be burdened with it, giving a space for these things. We all go through this in life, so we don't need to do that anymore because freedom, empowerment, freedom, enlightened state is all inside of us. It's up to us to discover whether we're going to be stuck a victimhood, we're going to be a victim to the information spiritual warfare, or we're going to thrive and be healthy and vital and living life whole and balanced, instead of giving into 10 different things that's going to hinder your progress, keeping you heavy, keeping you energetically and physically too. Like we've all gone through that too in life. So it's really important for us to keep eye on these pointers. It's like when you read a book in your school, you highlight important points. Just like that, we are navigating these information, spiritual warfare in different areas that's affecting our life, and overcome so we're not stuck in repetitive cycles. And freedom is really there possible, just like you break away from your inner child, your toxic family situations. You can also overcome these structural system by design with the intention of deception. We don't need to be victimized by these things, because we're empowered now. We know our own weaknesses, we know our own strength, we know how to move our energies into most compatible, holistic, discipline manner. We are fine-tuned, energetic, spiritual mind, body, vessel. And so this is what I have for today. Let's see what happens next time. Thank you.